Okay, this is the way I make my cell activator. A lot of people make it with Australian floetrol, or when they use American floetrol, they add wood conditioner oil to it. I've done it all, but then I came across this recipe and I love it, and it's my go-to recipe that I use all the time. So right now I'm going to make a white and a black cell activator, and I am using the Amsterdam paints, which are highly recommended. And then I'm going to experiment a little bit with some other different types of paints and colors and such. The way I make my cell activator is with only acrylic paint, acrylic ink, and a little bit of water. So I will make the white, and normally when I make it, my recipe is by using a tablespoon. I would use a tablespoon of acrylic paint, I would use a tablespoon of water, and I would use 2 pipette squirts of acrylic ink. But since I'm just going to experiment and show you how I make it, I have no projects planned in the future really, so I'm just going to make a very small batch for you. I will do a 1/4 teaspoon. So I will use a 1/4 teaspoon of my titanium white Amsterdam acrylic paint. It's a little bit more. It's all right. Whatever amount you use for your paint, you would use the same amount of water. So I will add about a 1/4 teaspoon of water. And normally when I make a tablespoon of each, I add 2 pipette squirts of acrylic ink. But since I'm only using a 1/4 teaspoon, I will just do almost 1 squirt. And that is it. Simple, cost effective. I'm not spending all that money on buying and having shipped Australian floetrol over to the States. And I would just mix this up really, really good. I usually make, like I said, a tablespoon of each. And let me grab them. I just normally put them in these squirt bottles, white and black. Okay. So that's my white. I will demonstrate how it looks with my paints, but let's go ahead and make the black. So I grab my Amsterdam black. It is actually called, what is this called? Oxide black. This is oxide black acrylic paint. And just a rough guess of a 1/4 teaspoon. And approximately a 1/4 teaspoon of water. And normally I always buy either Amsterdam acrylic ink or Liquitex acrylic ink, but I had somebody give me a lot of different bottles of this brand, Daler Rowney, I believe you call it. So I have never tried this before. So this will be a good experiment. About, I guess, 1 pipette squeeze of that. And mix that up really good. This acrylic ink looks like it has a shimmer metallic in there, which is, I guess, why it's called permanence, I'm guessing. But yeah, this has a shimmer to it. Remember, this is just experimenting. We'll see what happens. Okay, let's do a little project. Okay, let's make up a few colors. Right here, this is something I made up quite a while ago. I have no idea what color it is, but let's make a couple more. Get my new pouring medium that I just made with the bear and the polyacrylic. To make my colors, I'm going to add just an eyeball, about a tablespoon of pouring medium. And I'm going to add about a teaspoon of, and I just usually eyeball everything. I'm going to use about a teaspoon of, I like to use Master's Touch just because I get it at Hobby Lobby every other week. It goes on sale, 50%. It tells me on the back what it is. This one is transparent. I'm going to put about a teaspoon of that. This Master's Touch is a thick body, and it tells me that it's opaque. And about a teaspoon of that. Mix them up. Mix them up really, really good. Scrape the sides. Smash them on the sides as you stir. Make sure you get all the lumps out of there. You don't want any lumps in there at all. Give it a good stir. This one is Phthalo Blue, which is my transparent color. The purple one, that was called Brilliant Purple, which is my opaque color. And my green, I have no idea what it is, but it has some sort of a shimmer to it. So I am gonna guess that it is this one, which is Metallic Leaf Green. It's by Artist Loft. It's an opaque. It tells me back here with the colored in square is opaque. And I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Okay, so we got our colors made up. I'm going to zoom you in a little closer. Okay, I will get my pillow paint. I use Color Place by Walmart. Get my pillow there. White pillow. Brilliant Purple, some Phthalo Blue, and my Metallic Green, and I will swipe it. Put some white cell activator on my card. And those cells are coming up very nice and pretty. Okay, let's try this again, but let's try it with the black cell activator and see what happens. This one I will make a puddle and blow. Now, normally I know that these cell activators work pretty well, but this one is a complete experiment for myself since I am using this new acrylic ink, which is pearlescence. It's just called black. And I will blow. Yes, that is coming out very nice. So that pretty much tells me you can use any type of brand you want with the acrylic ink. And normally I put everything on my spinner and I spin, but we're just doing little experiments today. Okay, let's try that again with a swipe. Yes, very nice. I love this cell activator recipe. It just works fabulous for me. Okay, so now what I want to do is experiment using other types or other colors of acrylic paint, because it's not always very cheap for me to buy my Amsterdam, which I normally buy online at Amazon, but Amsterdam is more pricey. So I have had friends and people give me different acrylic paints, so I want to try some of them out for a cell activator and see if they work. I'm going to try, let's do this purple one. So I'm going to, this is called that by Daler Rowney. Simply. Okay. This is violet. I'm going to do, oh, this is brand new, hasn't been opened yet. Okay, I'm going to put about a 1/4 teaspoon. There's my lid. my acrylic paint, a 1/4 teaspoon of water, and 1 pipette squirt of this acrylic ink. Ooh, that was a big one. And this one, before I get it all messed up, Moon Violet. Mix it up really well. It would be nice to know, unfortunately I don't, whether this acrylic paint is an opaque or translucent, transparent. I have no idea. Okay, let's get some pillow paint. Let's do a puddle of green. The brilliant purple. Daler blue. And this brand new cell activator with a different paint and acrylic ink that I've never used before. Let's blow that out. It is making a nice ring, halo ring around it, so that tells me it's pretty good. It seems to be doing all right. Yeah, I like it. Looks like they're like bigger bullseyes. Let's try a swiping technique. When I teach a class, most of the times, the first time beginners have a hard time with the blowing technique. So I usually always have them do the swiping technique. It's just so much easier without any practice. The blowing technique takes some practice. Okay. We will put some cell activator on a card. Swipe. And that is working really well. So the experiment is, do you have to use Amsterdam paints? No, this is working just fine. Well, at least with this brand. Those are some gorgeous cells. That is very pretty. But before I do that recipe, I'm going to do another little test. This one, I'm going to swipe, but I'm going to put 3 colors of cell activator on my card. Okay, we got the green, we got the purple, and we got the blue. Quite a bit. Okay. So let me get a card. Nice new clean card. Got my black. Got some white. And now my purple. Spread that around a bit. And here we go. Okay, that is amazing. And I didn't have to spend all that money on Australian floetrol. Beautiful bullseyes. I got different colors popping up through the blue. The green's coming up through the violet. And I'm very happy. All right.